أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صدق الله العظيم ونفع الرسول الكريم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. From Holy Qur'an, Allah is reminding us that the they in the end of the second of this ayah that had been recited, they feed you for the love of Allah. They feed from what they love. They don't bring their garbage to people, they bring the best of what they have and they feed ihsan. And Allah begin to give us an understanding that they feed the indigent miskeen, they feed the orphan, the yatim, and they feed ahsiran, the captive, the one who is captive. This we live our life by this. We can go every week and repeat the same ayatul Qur'an and it goes deeper. It should go deeper and deeper, that it never ends. Allah's words have no limit in its understanding. And these whom they feed, Allah wants us to understand the category of these people. Many people feed, which alhamdulillah is tremendous blessing, but these whom Allah is describing are different category of people, saying that we feed you, and they write down in the tafsir, for the sake of Allah. But that wasn't the Arabic. They feed you for wajh Allah, they feed you for the face of Allah. Islam, your prayers, iman, iman is faith, ihsan, they see Allah. Their worshipness as if you see Allah. If you didn't reach that maqam, at least know Allah sees you. So these are the people of maqam al-ihsan. They do what they do for the holy face of Allah, whatever that may be. What Allah want to reveal of those realities to the darajat of the firasal and the basir, the vision of the heart of that slave of Allah. What Allah want to grant, nobody can say, no, it's not possible, Shaykh. Allah grant whatever Allah wants to grant. But these rijal, these ibadullah, their feeding of people for the sake of the holy face alone, and they ask no reward nor do they desire anything from you. But our life is based on to be at that table. That they came to Sayyidina Isa said, we want a table from heaven to show us who you are. And Allah warned Sayyidina Isa, if we send this table, they're forced to eat at it, and those who don't eat at it will be severely punished. You can't take something from Allah, you can't see something from Allah's miracles and then walk from them. You are now accountable for what you took. He said, are you warning? You want to do that? He said, no, we want to have the table from heaven, I want to show them. It was all about showing miracles. As soon as this table begins to approach to the earth, the proud ones, we don't need to eat from that. And they left. And pride and bad character always rejects the signs of Allah because of hasad and jealousy. They weren't really looking for a miracle, they were just jealous of what Sayyidina Isa had. As soon as he proved it, no, that I am connected with Allah, now look at the table. They said, oh, it's probably magic, and they walked away. This table is always coming for the nation of Sayyidina Muhammad. It's not one time. It's our life to eat at any table. So the tables of zikr and maghfir, tremendous blessings. But what these rijal and what Allah want to inspire within our heart from malakut Allah not interested for the world and the physical world. Allah is interested for the soul and malakut, the heavens. Allah has no time. This is a description of the people of maqam al-ihsan whom they see what Allah want to see. These are the people whom are ahlul basira, their hearts are open. They do what they do for what Allah is going to reward them. So means they don't do things for money. They don't set up maqams and stations that if you pay this money you get this maqam. If you pay this money you get this maqam. Allah says, no, that doesn't how it works. My rijal, they ask nothing. They ask nothing. There's no fee that you pay and you reach a darajat. It's blood, sweat and tears is the only way to reach Allah's satisfaction. That heart not going to open, and nobody can promise you to open anything with any amount of money or reward. That these rijalullah, they won't, and they feed the miskeen, the yatim and asiran. So then they come into our life and begin to teach, who's a miskeen? Not only the one whom has nothing and is completely poor, but the one whom has everything but sees himself as nothing in the presence of Allah. Because rizq is not something that is cursed. All Sahabi kiram were big merchants, big traders, otherwise how they armed an entire nation for Sayyidina Muhammad. But they don't let that desire enter into their heart. They took a life of humility. So we said before, we remind ourselves always, this miskeen is very difficult. This miskeen is to think that I have to be hungry on this path. If you want from their table, if you want from this reality that they're able to explain for you, you have to be hungry. You don't pick and choose if you're going to come and eat that night, you eat every night when those rijals show up. It's not a meal that you've ever had in any of your lives. You can live 1,000 lifetimes and you won't eat what Allah is going to be dressing you from. We explained before, if you have a paper and you're writing you'll understand. One of these rijal, if he's from ahlul qadr and Allah opened for him Laylatul Qadr, salamun hiya hatta mitla al-fajr, all their life from that point on Allah blessing and dressing them. Every day of theirs is 1,000 months of yours. Every day. Every day 30,000 ni'mat coming upon them. If you eat one bite with them, as if 30,000 days of your eating. It's all those numbers, I didn't make the numbers, go back check the math. 30,000, 1,000 months. When Allah gives, He's not like us, we're stingy. If I give you $5, the next day I say, I'm not giving you anymore. Allah when He decrees, you have ikhlas. I'm giving to you, every day from this point in your life you'll receive from me my ni'mat. If I found you worthy to make you from ahlul qadr, every day for you will be a qadr. Every day at your fajr will be a salams. Every angel and every amr is moving into the heart of these awliyaullah, and you pray 2 rakāt with them as if 30,000 of your rakāts. You give $1 to them as if 30,000 donations you gave someone one day. Imagine somebody accompany them for 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, a lifetime. They begin to teach, no, you're using the wrong faculty of your mind. That you have to take a path in which you're hungry to be at their table. You don't pick and choose if you're going to go. Some people said, well the distance for the zikr was very far. Yeah, it was far for us too. 3,000, 4,000 miles. These guys drove 24 hours to get here, straight, so that they could be at the Thursday zikr. But this is our life, I'm not talking about anyone in particular. I'm reminding myself every day when I say, I'm not going to go this month and I don't feel like going and driving there. Some people, they don't need to do that. Allah already gave to them everything. But you took a trust from Allah that if I give to you, you're going to be of service. And the farther you move in your service, the more of these blessings are going to be addressing. So everybody's struggling with that. But you have to truly be hungry. If you're not hungry, don't bother going to the table. It's going to make you to be accountable. So the real miskeen is the one who's eagerly waiting, continuously praying every night, Ya Rabbi, open for me, open. We say, how am I going to open for you, Abdi, if you're not sitting with them and taking from that time? How is it going to open to you? In the market? Just by revelation and wahi to you? Sit at the table. Every word that they're putting onto you is a dress upon your soul. And that's not like any other association. You can have 50 people who call them shaykhs, but if not from these rijal and not those whom their entire being is maqam al-ihsan and their entire basira is to look to what Allah wants to show them, they're going to be dressing you. Every association is a unique and new dress. As soon as the association and the zikr begins, we've described many times before, these are the people of muhabbat and love, that they open such a love for Prophet and their shaykhs open such a love that the minute you enter into the zikr, their love releases their soul into the room. They are fulukul mashroom. They said, Shaykh, what is fulukul mashroom? Is a loaded boat somewhere outside with lots of electricity? What's the fuluk? What does Allah care for a ship? Other than your soul is a ship and it knows how to get to Allah, but loaded ship. Their souls are powerful, filled with energies that Allah bestow upon. As soon as they enter in an association, everyone's souls are put upon their soul. The minute they enter into their ishq, everybody is risen up to the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. It's not something hard. You have to use aql and say, well Shaykh, how is this possible? How is this earth moving? This earth has 7 billion people and it's a ship and it's just moving around. How many billions died on this earth? Say trillions of souls are on this earth. Whom Allah loves more? The earth or Bani Adam? وَلَقَدْ كَرَمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. I honoured your soul more than anything of this physical world. Imagine the potential of your soul. Everywhere it goes it's a light, and every light it connects with and grabs. If that's one of these rijal, every miraj that Allah dressing, every barakah that Allah putting upon them, it dresses every atom of anyone who's with them. And what's the strongest way to keep your atom with somebody? Not through your aqad. You can't think of, oh I want to be with Mawlana Shaykh. You have to love Mawlana Shaykh. When you love Prophet's hadith, you'll be with whom you love, and whom you love will always be with you. You'll be with whom you love, and whom you love is better in character than you, he'll always be with you. Mawlana Shaykh's teaching Prophet's holy hadith, so then they teach love. Love them, love them. The only bond that you can make is your love. As soon as you love them, your soul is with them. And imagine who they love. Not only they love you, their love for Prophet is supreme. Their soul, like a zap in a second, is back into the presence of Prophet. So these are very fast ships. It's not a rowboat. They don't say, come on let's go, we're going to go, I'm tired, now you row. It's in the blink of an eye and faster than a blink of an eye. As soon as people enter into the association, their ship is boom right back in the presence of their shaykh. And their shaykh's ship is in the presence of their shaykh, and that's why the shajara and that shaykh's presence is in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. Within an instant in muhabbat they're back. Not by aqad but by muhabbat. If you spend all your life just sitting and trying to concentrate that you're with Prophet that you're with Allah, it ain't going to happen. You can concentrate all you want, you enter into the world of false imagination. The fastest and most powerful bond, the true bond that moves beyond space and time is love. When you love them, Allah gives you reward. There's no intention, there's nothing bad you can do with love. Just don't harm someone with love. So it means that love opens that association. Those are the miskeen. They teach, be hungry, look for their associations, attend the association. They're going to be dressing you. If you have to drive 2 hours to the association, you're going to get more blessings than the person who had to walk 5 minutes to the association. And that's going to be taking away all the difficulties that you're facing now and praying for every day, that this difficulty taken away, this debt to be taken away, this hardship to be taken away. So how am I going to take it away if you don't just move? So then they have a hunger like a poor person that looking for a piece of something to eat, and you cry out of shame. Go to the store and see how they're eating out of a garbage can, out of the hunger that they have. And Allah asking, you have that hunger to reach my marifah? No, you're full. You don't even care if there's an association. Have the hunger of these poor people, then we'll understand what is miskeen. Then they teach, be yatim. Don't think that you're attached to anything. Anything you're attaching yourself to is going to distract you from this love of Allah. Yatim means he's completely cut off from everyone. His friends don't like him because he can't sit with them and talk about nonsense stuff, especially about kicking a ball here and to this side, then kick a ball onto that side and then kick a ball onto this side, or hit a ball with a stick. He becomes yatim. His thought is about how to please Allah, how to love Sayyidina Muhammad, how to be of service to Prophet. Ya Rabbi, I could be opening my grave tomorrow, I could be dying. And he finds no more interest in idle talk, in idle associations. And then he finds himself like he's been cut off. If we're not reaching that, and we're not reaching a feeling that, what am I doing there? What am I doing in the stands and screaming and yelling for a ball that I don't even own? And you're not going to get $1 from their salaries. And then you begin to think and wake up, something wakes up. I don't need this, Ya Rabbi, I'm going to walk away from this. And then the yatim begins to come into the character that you want to be with them, you want to be in the circles of zikr, you want to be in their associations, you want Prophet to be happy with you. At that time then they begin to open, then asira. Then come and accompany them, but not with your mind and not with your thought. Come as a captive, as a captive. That they grab you, say, follow. Your mind didn't work for you in anything you did, now you want to use it with them? Then you want them to fall too. Because mind is a very dangerous thing to use. It's the opposite of that commercial, huh? You have to use it. So no, here on this path, the mind is very dangerous to use. The mind is like when they say somebody's drowning in the ocean, and I said, don't you dare go out and try to save that guy, because he's going to take everyone down with him. That's why a lifeguard has to go. He goes with equipment. He goes with something Allah gave to him as a lifeguard, he goes out and saves people. But you go, he's going to put your head underwater. That's why they can't listen. So you want to come to this path, just submit. This mind of yours is wrong. You have to shut the mind and open the heart. And who was the example of all of these? Wasn't Sayyidina Bilal al-Habashi example of that? Wasn't Sayyidina Solomon al-Farsi salam to all of them, may Allah's infinite blessings be upon their souls. There was the daleel, we're not making stories up. They put themselves in captivity. Sayyidina Solomon al-Farsi, he gave his life to find the Prophet of the last days. He served a Jewish priest, he served a Christian priest, he served many people, and he walked away from the wealth of his family in search of that reality. He made himself to be miskeen. He cut himself from all his ties and he became yatim. And in the end, when he had amassed a little bit of money, and the last person he served said, you served me so well, let me tell you a secret. This Prophet that you're waiting for is coming to Yathrib, coming to Madinatul Munawwarah. Take your way to that direction and you deserve what you've been looking for. He went to the bazaar and said, is there a caravan going in that direction? They said, yeah, we have a caravan going. And he gave his property, take me. And they said, no problem. And they flipped everything, stole everything and tied him up. They said, actually now you're our slave. Your property is our property. They stole his property. They took him as a slave and sold him to a Jewish merchant who's living in Medina. A lot of the Ahlul Sunnah shaykhs don't tell you that part. They talk about Sultan Farsi and they leave out the most important part, is that even whatever money he acquired from all his service, they stole it from him. They took him as a captive and said, we're going to sell you. And Allah's plan is the best of plans, and sold him to a Jewish merchant in Medina. He entered into Medina as a slave, asiran, as a captive. And what did Prophet say after the whole dialogue with Sayyidina Solomon al-Farsi? He said, this story of Solomon is true, tell the companions, and Solomon is my ahlul bayt. No jihad, no Ramadan, no salah, no nothing. Sahabi all sitting there, we fought many battles, we did many things with you. He became ahlul bayt. Yeah, so there's a secret. Prophet is teaching, his love is immense. His whole life was a struggle. He gave everything up. Of course he comes to my door as a captive, he's my family, he's everything. We pray that Allah dress us and bless us with the realities of Holy Qur'an and the reality of the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa bi sirri Surat al-Fatiha.
سيدنا النبي سيدنا النبي سيدنا النبي سيدنا النبي